Hello and welcome to Bosch Powertools. So today we have a new product to show and talk about, and this is Bosch GSR 120 Li. So this is a Bosch drill driver for various kinds of applications for screwdriving and drilling applications. So this comes with two batteries, and comes with a carrying case, and this is a solid hard carrying case and a very versatile tool inside. So we'll talk about this as we go further. So on the front you have this B connected, okay, and there is a QR code here. So this is to authenticate that the tool is genuine, and you can scan and check that. And there is another QR code that's available on the tool. So we'll talk about this as we get into the box. On the outer of the box you can see, over here, so the description of what's inside. So what are the various things that's available inside: the two batteries, the drill machine, and the various accessories. So that's also given here, extra accessories that's mentioned over here, right? Yeah. So now let's open and see what's inside the box. So let's see what's inside this box and what and all comes in the box. So we open it up. There you go. So here you have the warranty, the service center manual. This is the user manual for the tool. This is the user manual for the charger, and then comes the warranty card. So this is the Bosch warranty card, right? So this is the stationery that you get. So we take this out and keep it aside. Yeah. So what's inside the box? First and foremost, the tool, okay? Then the extra battery. So please be aware that there is a battery already in the tool, and there is this extra battery. So let me unplug this. So there are two batteries and the tool over here. Okay. Then we have this charger unit. So I keep it here. So that's the charger. Okay. And there are two pouches given. Okay. So let's talk one after another. So the first pouch is having a set of drill bits of various sizes. This is for metal, and this one on this side is all for wood. So metal this side, wood this side. And what is there in this pouch? This pouch has got screwdriver bits, and this has got a tool holder which you can fix and then use it onto the machine. So now let's talk about the tool. So here we have the tool, and the batteries out here. All right. So as we know, so this is a 12-volt battery, and this is a 2 ampere hour. So let's plug it in. Right. So please try to understand what's there. So as we know, this is GSR 120 Li. G stands for professional. It's also written professional. SR stands for screwdriver, which Bosch calls it as a drill driver. Both of them are same. 120 because it's a 12-volt class of the tool. Li because that's a lithium ion. All right. So look at the tool. The tool is very, very sleek, very handy. Just with single hand you can use it. All right. And the gripping here is made with rubber, which means that you get a proper gripping, and it's also slip free. So at any point of time, the tool is totally in control of the user, right? And please notice this, as it press the trigger more, the RPM increases. All right. So that's the trigger switch. So as you press more, the RPM keeps increasing. And there is one more slot given here. So this is for forward reverse, which means the clockwise and anti-clockwise rotation of the chuck. So I can move it this way or this way, right? Yeah. And what do we have here? This is a 3-jaw chuck. So this is opening now. Okay, I can put a drill bit in here. All right, and I'm trying to close. Now there it is. So this is how you try to find. So this is an automatic chuck. So this is tightens on its own. This is a 10 mm chuck. Right. Did we miss out anything? Yeah. Over here, if you see, there is these numbers. These numbers are torque settings. So this starts from 1. This goes right up to 20. So 20 being the highest. All right. So this is for torque setting. So this is more for all the screwdriving applications. When it comes to basic drilling applications, then you move this to the normal drill application. So, and that is this one. So this is a normal drill where you can drill in metal as well as wood. So for all those applications, you need to get into this mode. For screwdriving, you need to get into the torque setting mode, and that is these numbers, anything from 1 to 20. So let's see what are the various applications that you can do with this tool. Okay, so the one that we are picking up right now is screwdriving. You already see that there is a screwdriver drill bit that's put here. So let's take some screws and work with them. Here it is. So I need to change my torque, so I'll change my torque. Let's bring this to 10. I think that's in 10, so that should be perfect. You can vary the torque as per whatever is the requirement that you have. Alright, so there you go. You see, so they are perfectly fitted in. Okay, so you want to unscrew them, change the direction, and then here we go. So now we drill onto this board, wooden board, and let's see how it works. So here's the tool. So it's in the clockwise motion. Yes, so that's in the drilling, and so this is in the drill mode. All right, so let's see. So that's a clean hole that we got right now. So that's a clean hole. You can see this. So now we have a metal drill bit, and we'll try to drill into the metal, sheet metal. Okay. So let's see how things go. So we have some frequently asked questions for GSR 120, so we'll take them up one by one, and I'll tell you what we can do about that and how we can resolve these questions. So the first question that is most popularly asked is, can GSR 120 Li drill in wall or a brick wall? The answer is no. All right. So this tool that we have here can work only on wood and metal, and when I'm saying metal, I'm talking about sheet metal or maybe a very thin plate, and of course a good size of wood or even a plywood or MDF wood it can drill through, but surely not in the wall. If you want to drill in wall, you would have to pick up another tool from Bosch that's called GSB 120, so or any tool where we have written impact drill or impact drill driver. So it would be GSB, that would be the starting nomenclature, and that is the tool that's recommended for all the wall applications. So that's the question one that I'm answering. The second question that's coming up is, why do we have two speed selection system here? There's 1 and 2. That's a very good question. If you're trying to drill a larger hole, let's say even in plywood, so what happens is the RPM has to change. So it's like this. So when you want to drill a smaller hole, let's say 6 mm, 7 mm, 8 mm or 10 mm, so you can always go for the speed 2, which means that it's on the higher RPM, okay, and then it's going to drill through the hole faster. But if you're drilling a size of, let's say 20, 25 on a spade bed, then you require a lower RPM to drill through, and that's where you need to select the speed 1. So that's the logic of selecting the speed system here, which gives you the proper cutting, and with the ease you can drill through that particular material. So the next question that's coming up is saying that why do some of the Bosch products have 2 batteries and some of them have single batteries? Well, that depends on the extensiveness of the use that you would put the tool to. All right, there are some applications where you would be using it repetitively. Probably that particular application could run through 8 hours of a shift or maybe more than that. So in that case, a single battery would not suffice. So what we do is, I'm working on this battery, all right now. So as I'm working on this battery, so the spare battery gets into the charging mode. All right, so the spare battery gets into the charging mode, and as this gets fully charged, I can take this out and swap. So my work is never interrupted because of the battery or charge of the battery. But there are times when we have tools which has got only single battery, which means that the nature of application is such that it does not get into extensive long durations of work. All right, but it's always customer's choice. If he wants, he can always buy an extra battery from Bosch. That always he is welcome to do that. On some of the carton boxes, we saw there was a toggling kind of a diagram that was given between 10.8 volts and 12 volt. You might be wondering what that is. So few years ago we were operating on 10.8 volt range. Now for last 5 years we are operating totally on 12 volt range. So what this means is, if people have bought some tools and batteries in the past which is of 10.8 volt series, we are saying that they are totally compatible with the current series, that is 12 volt. Okay, and similarly these batteries are also totally compatible with your older series. So which means if you have a 10.8 volt tool and you don't have a battery, so you can still buy a new battery of 12 volt and still work with the older machine. So they are totally compatible. So that's what that means. And the next question comes up is saying, what is a Flexi cordless system? So what we mean here is that for a tool here, so this is working on a 2 ampere hour batteries. So we all have 1.5, 2, 2.5 and 3 ampere hour batteries, all of them of 12 volt. So they are interchangeable. All right. So this is what we mean by the Flexi system that we have in the battery system, battery range. All right. So these are the popular FAQs that we have for GSR 120. So we will talk how to charge the battery, and here we have a charger and the battery plugged in. So we have not given the connection. So let me switch on the connection, see what happens. Right, you see the flickering of the light here. Okay, so this is a clear indication saying that the battery is getting charged. Okay, and there will be at one point, it could be after 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, max is 60 minutes. After this will go, it will not flicker, it will be a continuous glow. Okay, and it is at that point you know that the battery is fully charged. So let me give an example how. So this is the old battery, so it's still under charge. So let me pick up another battery and show you how what happens. There you see. So this battery is fully charged. So it's not flickering, it's a continuous glow. So that means you don't have to bother too much. So you can ready to unplug it and start using it for all your purposes. So one word of caution. So once you have unplugged it, make sure that your main plug point is switched off and the adapter systems are disengaged. Always for the safety issues. Light will go off after a few seconds. Again, that's the inbuilt mechanism that you have.